were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No. When him and I ever started like hooking up or like anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship. I would just never do that. The timeline also that I think sometimes in question of like us getting together and getting engaged and him having been spending time with his ex before that, I understand again how it looks from the outside. There's a very long history there and it's not my relationship. It has nothing to do with me, so I respect that a lot. It was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on. As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and think in the back of my mind, I wonder if that was really like closed for you. The reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed. And
Hailey Bieber herself liked my TikTok. Don't necessarily come for me in the comments, but I was being a little shady to Selena Gomez. It was about these pictures, which they knew everyone was gonna have some type of reaction to. However, that means that the Selena Gomez Justin Bieber beef is alive and well, people. Hailey probably hates Selena. I feel like this is definitive proof that when Hailey Bieber is like, oh, it's all love, it's all good, we have absolutely no beef, everything is completely fine.
You stalked her for 10 years. You stalked her for a decade and then some, right? You finally got the man. You were finally picked on a plantation. You were finally picked on a plantation. You were finally picked. Had the wedding of your dreams. You have a baby with the man that you fought and you stalked so hard for. You literally achieved your one and only goal in life. And you're still hating on his ex. You're still hating on his ex? You're still liking hate videos about his ex that is currently engaged? Y'all can call Selena desperate up and down. She's actually actively trying to move on. And she has moved on. But why is her ex... No, like, why? Why are you still liking hate videos about this girl? You have a whole child. You have a whole child and you're scrolling to TikTok to like hate videos about this girl who's been nothing but nice to you, actually publicly defended you, went on her story and said, everyone calm down, no hate, followed you just so that people can shut the fuck up. And you turn around and you're still liking hate videos about her. It's giving loser. It's giving loser. I don't know, girl. I feel like at this point, you need to hire the Secret Service to protect you because it's way past an Instagram post. It's way past this. She want to be you or she wants you. It's one of the two. There's no in between.
See, I know Selena Gomez's fans are never crazy when they're constantly defending her because she's always thrown under the bus or thrown into drama when it comes to Hailey and Justin Bieber. There should be no reason why Hailey Bieber is liking a shady post about Selena and Benny Blanco on their very campy photo shoot that they did for Valentine's Day. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I guarantee that it's 100% their sense of humor. And the fact that Hailey got the man, she's got the last name, she's got the ring, she's got the baby, and still cannot move on. There's absolutely no excuse for you as a woman who is married to this man to constantly like shady posts about his ex. Move on. Okay? Selena Gomez is thriving, and it's always when she is thriving, she is always thrown into the drama and in the mix between Justin and Hailey. And I'm sure Selena Gomez would love to move on and not have her name attached to Justin Bieber or to Hailey. It is diabolical to me that Selena is constantly picked on when this girl does nothing. She does absolutely nothing wrong, in my opinion. I don't see her attacking anybody, talking down to anybody. I always see her being very positive and a very positive person. And she's always taking the high road. She even took the high road, I think, last year when she was the one getting attacked by Hailey Bieber's fans. It's enough. Girl, move on. Hailey, you've got to move on. You've got to stop liking shady posts about Selena Gomez. You're a mom now. Selena Gomez is engaged. She's going to get married. Leave her alone. Stop it. Like, honestly, because it's going to get worse. You keep doing it, you're digging yourself a bigger hole. And really at this point, we have nothing but to constantly defend Selena. A majority of us grew up watching Selena Gomez, so of course we're all going to defend her. But there's really no evidence of her ever doing any of this back to you, but you constantly doing it to her. Like, leave her alone.
Hello and welcome back to Gossip Session, a series here where I take something revolving around the internet or pop culture and I give my unsolicited 2 cents on them. This is a topic that I cannot believe that I am jumping on the bandwagon on the many tabloids, the gossip sites, the many YouTubers and TikTokers that have just milked this story since Hector was a pup for all it's worth. And it's just getting annoying that, well, it's just a topic in celebrity culture that my generation knows all too well about, especially millennials too. If you don't know what I'm talking about from what you just saw, we're going to be talking about the Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez drama. Again, nothing new is what I'm about to say. It's nothing new that nobody who has followed these three over, honestly, the last 10 or 15, over like a decade. Like everyone knows the story for the most part. But the recent drama that we've been seeing lately is the fact that Selena Gomez and her fiance, Benny Blanco, they recently did a Valentine's Day cover shoot. And people have mixed feelings about the relationship in general because Benny Blanco is considered unconventionally attractive. He's kind of cringy to some people. He's also kind of, I've heard some interesting, not so good rumors about him. But at the end of the day, from what I've seen so far, he treats Selena Gomez like the queen that she is. And I wouldn't say I'm a Selena-nator, if that's what her fan base is called. I think I pronounced it right. But I do sympathize with Selena Gomez. I have a soft spot for Selena Gomez. And I can tell that she's a good person. And she's not perfect. But, I can tell that she's a good person. So when things like this happen, when drama starts to happen and she's just minding her own business, I'm gonna be on the side of people who are kind of pissed off that this type of shit is happening and that she has to deal with this, especially when it's over a relationship that she hasn't been in years. She's done with Justin. But someone made a TikTok being a little bit shady towards Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Mostly towards Benny, because most of the shadiness is towards him. And people just think that Selena can do better, or she's settling for Benny. But that's not what's happening. But anyway, the shady TikTok aside, Hailey Bieber saw this and liked the post. And that TikToker made a video about it, like you just saw earlier. And people are losing it. Number one, this isn't the first time that this shit has happened. It's not the first time, because I've been following this for on and off for a minute. And I wouldn't necessarily, I don't necessarily care all too much because, again, to me, it's just grown folks' business. Whatever goes on in people's relationships, it's their business. But when it's on a world stage and it's being talked about day in, day out, you see constant news headlines about it on Instagram, on MSNBC. I'm just name dropping, like, you get the gist. Like TMZ, like when you constantly are just seeing this shit all over the media, it's hard to ignore what's going on sometimes. And I recently, like, this one YouTuber who has made videos on this particular topic. The YouTuber's name is Hailey. And she's been making some good points. She covered a story once that Hailey has been following like a Selena Gomez hater account, but I think that the account like deleted certain videos once people started noticing that Hailey was following the account. People have been noticing over the years that Hailey's been trying to copy Selena, from what she wears to the songs that she listens to, like copying what she says in interviews. It's getting a little bit weird, and this is kind of like a pattern that people have been noticing, that Hailey is just simply trying to be Selena Gomez. And then some people are just saying that Hailey's just in love with Selena Gomez. That's kind of like a stretch there. It's a stretch, but let's not rule that out. But that's just a stretch. But it is pretty obvious that Hailey, yeah, she's jealous of Selena. And also there's been drama in the last 3 years in 2022. People have been saying that there's this New Year's trip, and I think Gigi Hadid, Hailey, and Kylie, I think they orchestrated like this whole plan to get Justin separate from Selena on New Year's Eve, so Hailey can be with Justin. And one of Hailey's friends, I forget the model's name, they favorited the videos that a creator made about it on TikTok, and people noticed that model friend of Hailey's did it. So it adds more fuel to the speculation that Hailey is trying to basically be Selena Gomez. Hailey's been a fan of Justin for years, and she's also been a fan of Selena. So when Justin and Selena got together, she was their biggest shipper. Like, she was a Jelena fan. But when they broke up, I think somewhere along the way, she started to like hateful tweets about Selena. It's just messy. And also the fact that that same YouTuber, Hailey, she's also made videos in the past about how Hailey has like a history of being like a mean girl, not towards Selena, but towards other celebrities. And she can be very calculating. And she also has a racist past, too. With, saying the N-word. And also her and Justin getting cornrows and people like calling them out about it. And like literally like add her in a group chat. And she saw the message, but she unadded herself from the group chat when they were like calling her out about it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the drama just goes even further. Now we're talking about Justin and Selena. Now, obviously, if you don't know anyway. So Justin and Selena, okay, they dated from 2009 to 2018. They had an on and off relationship for almost a decade, 8 years. And 2 months later, we all know this, he proposed to Hailey, and they got married later on in 2018. Now, when I was looking over this myself months ago, because I was just bored, and I just wanted to you just get bored, and you just go over celebrity lore sometimes when you're bored. I'm on the side of the people who are kind of confused. We're kind of confused about the timeline of this because fans have criticized the timeline of their relationship, Justin and Hailey's relationship, when they got engaged, to be more specific. Because from the looks of paparazzi photos and film from 2017, especially 2018, especially with pictures of them at Justin's cousin's wedding, I think. It was a wedding of his relative. That's where they're at. From the looks of all those paparazzi pictures, the videos, what we've been seeing, it seemed like they were truly in love and they were super happy, body language and all. So it's very curious how Justin went from all that to somehow proposing to Hailey, saying that she's the love of his life. And it's just weird because, like, Justin has mentioned plenty of times how Selena was his first real girlfriend and how the best part of his teenage years was Selena Gomez. I mean, like, can you blame him? Like, obviously. So it's just weird, though. I mean, it's possible to, like, have multiple soulmates, to have multiple loves of your life. I mean, for God's sake, he's a Pisces, I can relate. But it's shit like this and shady behavior like this that makes people not want to fuck with us that much, Justin. This is kind of why people are kind of like, don't really want to deal with Pisces men. I understand Justin, he's not really giving us a good look right now. But yeah, people have been criticizing that too a lot. It adds fuel to the fire that the YouTuber that I've been watching, who's been kind of making videos on it from time to time, Hailey, go subscribe to her channel. Yeah, she makes good videos. Anyway, she mentioned, like, in one video that it was according to, like, an episode from the Dumois podcast that Justin actually was cheating on Selena during that time in 2018, and Selena found out about it and she ended it for good. That's why they broke up, apparently. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly. That's what happened. And it added more fuel to the fire when someone, like, wrote a whole, like, post about it on Tumblr saying that Justin did cheat on Selena, and Taylor Swift herself liked the post. So that adds more fuel to the fire. So, like, if Taylor Swift, Selena's best friend, is liking a post saying all that, like, it's you know, it's not looking very good, you know? And even though Hailey Bieber had said on the Call Her Daddy podcast in 2022, saying that whenever they started hooking up, Justin was never in a relationship. Like, he and Selena were never talking. He wasn't dating anyone else. He was single. I have mixed feelings about that statement. On one hand, I'm gonna, like, humor it. Like, let's just humor it. Let's just say that there's a huge possibility that Hailey is telling the truth. That she really does believe that Justin was single and that she wasn't doing anything wrong. She wasn't hurting anyone. She wasn't offending, like, she wasn't hurting Selena in the process of, like, being with him. She was unaware that Selena was in the picture at all because she truly believed that she wasn't in the picture during those times that they were together. But may I remind all of you that Justin, during the mid-2010s, specifically 2016, 2017, 2015, he was known for his fuckboy behavior. He was acting out, basically pissing in buckets, and like getting into, like, many, like, fights with the paparazzi, getting arrested, DUIs, all that shit. Also fucking every single model in Hollywood. fucking all the Kardashians. Basically, in the mid-2010s, he was known for his douchebag and fuckboy behavior. So I'm kind of I'm gonna humor this. Like, maybe she is actually telling the truth. And there's a huge possibility that Justin lied to both Hailey and Selena. If we're kind of like on this kind of like clue that this assumption that Hailey is kind of like a stalker fan who was playing Justin the whole time to win Justin and be Selena Gomez. In the process, Hailey also got played by Justin. So, you know, game recognizes game. I'm going to play you back. That's kind of my take on it. If it's true, like, it's so problematic in a lot of ways that that type of like behavior is like it exists in a way that you can be so obsessed with someone that you actually like make a whole ass plan to like stalk them to oblivion and try to like let yourself into a circle and basically like it's crazy like that. It's just crazy. Ugh, it's just crazy. When I guess like another note, their relationship in general, Justin Hailey's relationship in general, it's always constantly like talked about. They're always like on the cups of like getting divorced. The amount of times that I've saw that this year that Justin and Hailey are getting a divorce from fake gossip sites on Instagram, it makes me kind of want to roll my eyes because it's like, oh my god, are we still doing this shit? I mean, I'm not like, I feel very indifferent to this couple because on one hand, it's grown folks' business. I don't really care this much, but apparently I care that this much that I'm making an entire episode about it, but like only because like it just piqued my interest enough that people are still talking about this. Like, Justin and Selena haven't been together since 2018. Like, it's obvious that Selena has moved on. Like, she took the time to move on. She's not studying his ass. It's so obvious. And if Justin really is crashing out because people have been saying that he's crashing out because Selena Gomez got engaged to Benny Blanco. Oh no. Like, I mean, of course, like he met her when he was like 16. And she was his first real girlfriend, like I said earlier. So it's like, of course he's gonna feel some type of way about it because, like, I mean, like, of course Justin and Selena still love each other. They still care about each other. I mean, for God's sake. I mean, they were together on and off for almost a decade. That type of feelings, they don't disappear into thin air. But also, it's not their problem anymore. They're not each other's problem anymore. Like, of course, they're still gonna like worry to an extent, but they're not really studying each other that much. They're just simply moving forward with their lives. Justin is married. He has a son. And Selena is engaged. She loves Benny. And Benny he's okay. I don't really have that much of an opinion on him, even though Benny was a friend of Justin's, and some people said that Benny also had made fun of Selena in the past. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, that's just rumors, but you know, a lot of things can be true, and people change, and that's kind of like what I'm thinking. But yeah, people have many criticisms over Justin Hailey's relationship, constantly saying that they're getting divorced. Hailey is just using Justin. I don't really care, but it is like the evidence, like it's looking sketchy for you, Hailey. Like, it's looking sketchy. I don't even know how I feel about Hailey myself, because on one hand, because of the racist like moments in the past and the whole Mean Girl history, yeah, I'm feeling different to Hailey, because it's like, on one hand, I don't really know you, girl. I don't know you. I don't have that much of an opinion of you. So I'm just kind of gonna like give you the side eye and just to be like, okay, you know, people like I might give you the benefit of the doubt, like, you know, maybe that was in the past, people might change and all that, but yeah, it ain't really. The evidence is just damning that maybe Hailey is kind of like stalker fan that married her favorite celebrity, wanted to like have a baby with him, trap him. But it is interesting how the evidence keeps piling up. Now, Selena and Hailey together as a like, they have like on occasion tried to like stomp down these rumors that there's beef going on. They've like Selena herself, like when she released "Lose You to Love Me," she literally went on live on Instagram saying to just simply not spread hate, and she doesn't want women hanging on other women. She doesn't stand for that. She told her fans to just enjoy the music and to just not like spread too much hate. Like, she appreciates their concern about her, but sometimes like fans can get a little bit overboard, you know, like fans can get overboard. And even though it's possible that Hailey was trying to ruin Selena's life, I guess, try to steal her man, I guess, what's done is done. What's done is done. And Selena Gomez is like completely indifferent to this. She is completely indifferent to this because it's like, what's the point in dwelling on this? She moved on. But they have like made several attempts to like squash this issue in the press. There's no beef, specifically in 2022 when they were photographed at the I don't remember like which premiere. Like, it was at this like event. Hold on, let me look this up. Their picture was taken at the Academy Museum Gala in Los Angeles. The picture was taken by Tyrell Hampton, and he was like, "Oh, I just saw them there, and I just thought, like, let me change the world with this camera because like it's just so impactful." But here's where I'm calling bullshit, because in Hailey's video, she was talking about you know, Hailey wanting to be Selena, Hailey's mean girl behavior, and Tyrell is a friend of Hailey's, and he also like joined in on hating Selena, with even making sketchy TikToks like together with Hailey. One particular TikTok, they're like dancing to like Disney Channel, like Disney stars like songs, and when Selena Gomez's song, like one of Selena's songs came up, Tyrell like did that little like clueless like hair tuck and like acted like he didn't know the song, and like went over to like We Don't Know side when they did know the song. And also Tyrell, I think it was him that actually like posted on his Instagram story, "Fuck Selena Gomez," and like literally slide after had Wendy Williams saying, "Should she suffer?" Like, or like, "Clap if she should suffer." It was that clip from the Wendy Williams show. So yeah, I'm calling BS on that because it was I feel like, as much as I loved that picture when I first saw this, because I'm kind of all for like, let's just squash this beef. Like, can't we all just get along? Like I am for let's just get along. I am up for that, but also I have to call BS when I see it. Like, I'm smelling a little bit of BS because, one, Tyrell doesn't even like Selena. I think that's the friend. Like, take that information with a grain of salt, because I'm just going off of like things that I remember. I feel like that was the friend that Hailey has who hates Selena Gomez just as much as Hailey hates Selena too. So I feel like it was sort of staged. And also, one thing that I've always been talking about whenever like feel like talking about this to other people, specifically my sister, because my sister used to be a huge fan of Justin Bieber. Whenever when I was talking to her about this, like when the pictures were posted, I feel like it was sketchy how I don't know, it just feels weird to me. I feel it's just weird that Justin's wife has to take a picture with his ex-girlfriend who he hasn't been in the same room with since 2018. Like, she had to, like, I don't know, it feels weird that his wife and his ex-girlfriend are even like talking to each other, or even like communicating, because it's like there's no point in them being like friends, really. It just feels weird. It doesn't feel necessary, because unless Justin and Selena had like kids, I mean, like, you know, it just feels weird that Selena and Hailey are even like talking, because it's like it just feels weird to me. It just feels weird, because like when your partner interacts with your ex, something about it feels a little weird, especially when they're both alone together when they're alone. Something about it feels weird to me. It just feels weird. But yeah, I was like talked about how it just feels weird that like Hailey and Selena are even like communicating in the first place, like, cause it would just be weird to like communicate with your ex's new partner about, I don't know, it just feels weird. It just feels weird. Also, what's interesting is how people have always like looked towards Selena and Hailey, but no one's really talking about Justin. Like whenever like this shit like rises up again, no one mentions Justin. It's always Selena and Hailey. Selena and Hailey. What are they doing? Like they must just, the beef just continues. And they don't really talk about Justin. They don't really hold Justin accountable for his possible actions and his fuckboy behavior towards both of them, because look, as much as like Hailey is just as like sketchy about her quote unquote nefarious like possible scheme of like getting Justin has also like hurt Hailey in the past. He has embarrassed her in public. Sometimes he is sometimes a little bit like rude towards like Hailey, like even before they got married. I remember this one story that I saw. It was at the AMA Awards. It was on Hailey's birthday, and he left the award show with Selena, with Selena, and he was supposed to go to Hailey, and he basically just ditched her on her birthday. And paparazzi pictures like took pictures of her looking devastated alone on the street, again on her birthday, which then prompted her to like post something the next day with Kendall Jenner giving her cupcakes that said "fuck him." Like, this behavior that Justin has, like, it's like no one really brings it up. So I'm just curious, like, how come no one really brings Justin up? Because he's just as he's just as sketchy in this scenario as Hailey is. So if we're gonna bring up Hailey's sketchiness, let's bring up Justin's, because yes, Justin has suffered a lot in the public eye. I recognize that, but also let's hold him accountable for some of his like, you know, douchebag behavior. So, you know, like it's an explanation, like all the trauma that he experienced when he was a young person growing up in the public eye. It's an explanation as to why these actions occurred, but it's not really an excuse to treat his girlfriends and other people a certain way, because I feel like Justin uses both Selena and Hailey as emotional support punching bags. And even though Justin he appeared very sweet in his prime when he was dating Selena, and Hailey was basically like running after that, it's just sad. It's just sad, the constant back and forth, and people making TikToks saying that, you know, Hailey's jealous. I mean, like, it's true that Hailey is obviously jealous. It's just sad that Hailey is kind of like chasing after someone that low-key is not that crazy about her. Well, I don't doubt that Justin loves Hailey, But obviously he doesn't really love Hailey the way that Hailey loves him, and he'll always feel some type of way about Selena because he moved on very fast, or he was very unfaithful towards Selena, allegedly. Like, during the last times that they were together. And even though Hailey said that, oh, that chapter was closed and done, I don't really think that's closed and done, honey, because if the rumors are true and Justin's really crashing out about this and he can't really, like, get out of this marriage by divorce alone because he married her without a prenup, and people have been saying that, oh, Justin was forced to marry Hailey because of the church and all that, because he, during, like, 2020, like, I think 2020 and, like, 2021, he became more invested in his religion. He was going through some health issues, I think. No, I think that was, like, I don't remember. I don't really follow this man this much. Like, I don't really know. This is just a casual episode anyway. He was getting more invested in his religion and, like, healing journey because he was going through some, like, health stuff. He still is. That's why he hasn't put out any new music. But, like, anyway, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think he was convinced, apparently, by the church and his parents and Hailey's parents to marry Hailey. And he joked about it on the Ellen show, and people have been, like, running with that because it brings on the impression that Justin was forced to marry Hailey, so he feels trapped in this marriage, and he's got a kid now. So, like, so people have been saying, like, okay, so his reaction is to basically, like, humiliate her in public because of this. And with people have been saying that, like, oh, Justin's losing his mind because he's been smoking weed and all that, and just making all these, like, videos on Instagram. I'm not really studying it. I can't believe I'm, like, defending him too. I feel like people should just simply relax and just simply mind their own business, because we don't really know what's going on in Justin's life, obviously. And people have been saying, well, he looks tired, he looks so sad. Well, obviously, he's a dad. Like, he has a newborn, like, like, his baby was born, like, not too long ago. Obviously, he's gonna be tired. Like, they're new parents, obviously. Like, what did y'all expect? For real. Ugh. Yeah. All that's been happening. Jesus Christ. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are so crazy. But, yeah. I'm just shaking my head, y'all. All this drama is just crazy. It's just so crazy. Because no matter how much we feel like this pair or this trio of people have really, no matter how much we feel like we have, like, reached a closed chapter between the Justin and Selena and Hailey saga, like, news shit keeps happening that, like, okay, well, Hailey's still being shady towards Selena, or Selena's being kind of messy about the whole situation with Justin, or people have been, like, overanalyzing Selena's behavior, like, saying that she's not over Justin. People have been saying that. So it's a mixture of both to an extent. It's a mixture of Hailey being messy and Selena occasionally being messy, to really mostly the fans in general not really laying go of the fact that Justin and Selena Gomez just did not work out. They just didn't work out, y'all. Some people, I know, I've seen the pictures, I've watched the interviews, I know you guys. They look perfect. So how come they're not together? It's very obvious, like, why they're not together. They've been going through, like, a lot of, like, mental health issues and growing up in the public eye. It's not pretty to, like, have a relationship so public in the public eye when you're 15, like, when you're when you're a teenager. It's just weird. And have all these prying eyes and just, like, acting like you're older than you are, because that's what they've been doing throughout their relationship. They've been acting older than they are in the constant drama, and the Kardashians, allegedly. coming in and ruining everything, apparently. But I feel like if Justin and Selena were still together to this day and they got divorced, I feel like if they stayed together, they would have divorced by now, and their breakup would be more messy in 2025 than it would have been in 2018, because with everything that we know now, to an extent, it won't be pretty. It will not. It would definitely not be pretty. Yes, they love each other, but also there's a huge possibility that they might be not the great part. They just might not be great partners for each other in the long run. Like that maybe let's just think about it. Like they just may not be good partners in the long run. It's just funny because like the Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, Angelina Jolie like love triangle did not get as much coverage as this right here. It's always been Justin, Hailey, Selena. Not even like Olivia Rodrigo, Joshua Bassett, Sabrina Carpenter could match up to this love triangle in celebrity history. And people always are debating Jelena or Jaylee. And it's crazy. But look, all I'm going to say about this whole TikTok drama is just simply, yeah, Hailey is being sketchy. And this shit ain't new. So I feel like it's just irrelevant. Because what people have been saying on TikTok, what you just saw earlier in the episode, this isn't really new information. We already know that Hailey is a little bit jealous of Selena. She may have orchestrated to be with Justin to basically be Selena in the first place, and she's just not really like, she wants the Justin she basically wants the Justin that she saw when he was with Selena, and that's just not what she's getting. And you know, it's just, you know, it's a mess. But this shit ain't new. Like all this drama, it ain't new, and that's kind of all I have to say. Also, let's just, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this just ain't new. But anyway, that's kind of all I have for today. This has kind of just been a rambling episode, a rambling gossip session. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Let's discuss. You can find the podcast on Spotify, anywhere you stream podcasts, like Apple Podcasts and YouTube. You can find it on social media, on Instagram and TikTok. Just search Let's Discuss Podcast _ all lowercase. And you can follow me on Instagram at nick.marshall02, all lowercase. If you want more updates of the show too, or just simply if you want to just put a face to the voice and just see your gracious host on Instagram. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, week, month, year, and it's been a nice talk. So, we'll talk later, I promise. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.